Caution. A virus has been detected. Caution. A virus has been detected.
The stones, they were erected in 1980. Very strange, John. Absolutely bizarre. Who put them up there? Who funded this thing?
The Georgia Guidestones, for those who don't know, are an enormous, almost 20-foot tall granite monument in this small little town, Elberton, Georgia. The first commandment on the stones is to maintain world population at 500 million, and other commandments speak of creating a world court, advising humans not to be a cancer on the earth. And they are, in a sense, the globalist Illuminati's 10 commandments. And we know that population reduction has been a key issue and goal of the Illuminati for some time now. And only those in the know, only those enlightened and in on the secret are able to decipher the meanings of their monuments and of their symbols. And this is one more open Illuminati symbol that stands in a fantastic, beautiful field out where the public can go and view it. And here we have a monument calling for the population reduction of over 95% of the population. I find it fascinating yet disturbing and disgusting.
The pile of crap known as the Georgia Guidestones. This structure not only speaks about wiping out most of humanity off the face of the earth, but is also a representation of the mark of the beast. Now, what you see there doesn't actually seem to look as if it's anything to do with UFOs or with the Illuminati, but it is. It's to do with UFOs, the Freemasons, the Illuminati, the Czars, and the Nephilim. And it's also to do with the Word of God, because it is against the Word of God. This is part of the New World Order. But let's take a close look at this nasty and offensive structure.
Firstly, note the reference to Babylonian cuneiform language. Babylon is the mother of all prostitutes and abominations of the earth. Therefore, the hidden language of this structure is in itself an abomination, as you will see in a moment. This structure is arranged as pillars with a platform on top. From an aerial perspective, the structure forms an X. But what gives the game away completely is the carving in the central pillar. Viewed from one side, the carving simply looks like a circular hole. But from the other side, it looks like this. It appears as a wing shape with a square cutaway at the very end. And there's one more on the platform on top as well. If you look closely at these cutaways, you'll notice that they are in fact triangular shaped, and that they have a circular hole at the other end. So the hidden three-dimensional Masonic cryptography here depicts a pyramid with a flat square top and a disc floating above. Now let's put the rest of it together. The 4 stones on each corner depict pillars. The general layout is in the form of an X. The layout of the stone cutaway is in the shape of a winged disc. The winged disc, also known as the horned disc, and the pyramid are the mark of the beast. Now we have found the mark of the beast, all we need to do is find the number of the beast's name, 666. And here it is, 6 astronomic features, a time capsule buried 6 feet under, and the 6 stones which go to make up the Georgia Guidestones. 666, the number of the beast's name. The entire Georgia Guidestones structure is a Masonic cryptography for a flying disc taking off from the pyramid, the mark of the beast.
Hey, Alex.
Welcome.
First of all, I'm a former Marine, and just letting you know that. And I've definitely woke up over the last couple of years, and I found one thing today, and I have a question for Barry also. But the Georgia Guidestones were unveiled at noon on March 22nd, 1980. It's kind of, you know how the New World Order is about their numbers. And I just found it on a search engine, and today would be 30 years later, and the bill was signed at noon, which was kind of weird to me. But anyways.
Wait a minute. The 22nd or the 23rd? You mean they unveiled the UN Georgia Guidestones that calls for exterminating 80% of the world's population? They unveiled it on the same day 30 years ago at high noon?
Yes.
Oh, my God.
It's in the American Wired magazine, and this article was written 4/20 of 09. And they unveiled the Georgia Guidestones at noon, 20th or the 22nd, or maybe the same day as today, 30 years ago. And then in the article, it also says these Guidestones will come to pass in 30 years. It's in the article. It's like a.
Oh my God! We got to get that to Paul Watson and Kurt Nimmo. That is too crazy of a way to end it. The UN wants to exterminate you. It sounds crazy. It's in all their documents. They want to use government-run health care to do it. This is death care. This is death panels.
There is something that has gone and is legitimately lost, and that is your freedom as an individual human being to be free, to do your own thinking, to be your own person. That is lost. You have been taken over and you don't even know it. And he said that the reason why? Cause and effect. The people who are behind the scenes of government in this country, their greatest enemy is you.
Don't know what you're doing. Don't know what you're thinking. Stick to watching TV. Then they'll just ignore you, leave you alone.
I think at one time or another we've all questioned as to whether all that we see and are experiencing in our world has some sort of a rational plan behind it. Because we understand now that both the Republican and the Democratic Party in our country are basically run by the same people. The same money finances both sides. We now know, of course, through the work of many historians who have spent their life working on research to show us that both sides of world conflicts have always been financed by the same people.
Question what you see, it's not reality. Question what you see and what you're told. Turned down by TV, so full of apathy. Question everything and use your mind. Question what you see, it's not reality. Question what you see and what you're told. You're turned down by TV and full of apathy. Question everything and use your mind.
To do your own thinking, to be your own person, that is lost. You have been taken over and you don't even know it. And he said that the reason why is because you don't read, you don't think, you want to be entertained by Bugs Bunny, Big Top Pee-wee. All you want is your recapable tires, like he says, and all of your creature comforts, and you don't want to put yourself out, and so consequently, you have not defended your freedoms, and if you don't defend your freedoms and your rights, you don't have a chance for it. Cause and effect. Cause and effect.
fraternal organization that is powerful enough, old enough, and wise enough to operate behind all governments in the world, behind fraternal institutions, monetary systems in the world, and yes, they are in fact connected